Okay. Part 2 of breaking down Control and Arsenal. We're going to be looking at my absolute favorite map, game mode, and particular side on a game mode. And that's offense on Arsenal. There's just, it's so set up perfectly for, like, playing aggressive, playing sneak. Like, there's just so many options. And the map just flows so well.
Deploying razor wire.
Like, one thing is, I don't know what that was. I don't know why Jada went through Trophy into Kitchen into here, because now it's left me, which I didn't even realize this happened real time. But I mean, this matters. Like, you can't leave your teammate on an island by himself like that. Like, say they just flood out middle. Well, then I'm going to be the first one to die, and it's going to be some weird domino effect of them pushing out, killing us all one at a time, sort of. So, like, you need to make sure that whenever you have a game plan to hit, like, A or something like that, you do it in a timely fashion. Like, you've got to be quick. You can't take some weird, roundabout way there. And it's like going B with the sub anyways wouldn't make much sense. I mean, I don't know what the game plan to go trophy was first, but either way, it doesn't really amount to anything. But you do have to be conscious of those things whenever you're playing. Is that timings matter in Call of Duty? It's why COD timing's even a term. It's because like you have to stay on pace with your team at all times. So now, okay, it's a perfect. They only send one to A. He gets gunned instantly. We know the rest of them are probably B, vent, maybe window, but probably just B and vent. Maybe even flanking around, who knows. But now we get a chance to really wreak some havoc. J-Dop's doing whatever the play I like to do a lot, and that's to get up into their into their lobby. This gunfight with Assault, I'd rather I do like the confidence in it, but make sure you play your life, because the key gunfights on this like particular part of the map aren't from this doorway. Really, you peek this doorway to get free kills on people checking the opposite side of Jet, like looking down the long stretch. Like, if you can get a free kill by shooting somebody inside right there, do it. But the main gunfights right here are the doors to the left, where they come off spawn and they're trying to hit A. You basically want to just make sure nobody floods you from there, and just keep tabs on that doorway, but don't waste too many resources like your lives and healing, like, especially right now, like, he's by himself. If somebody came through that doorway to the left, he'd be screwed, because he's going to have to reload, and he's going to have to heal. So we'll see how it plays out. But you want to make sure that your main focus is that doorway right here, because right now, he's really just getting lucky. Because the way he's playing this, I don't agree with it, because now he has his back to the door. If somebody walks in, they're shooting him in the back. Like, he has no way to defend himself. What you want to do is play that very far back left corner to where you have everything in front of you. You want to always keep things in front of you, and then just make sure nobody floods through that doorway to try and kill you. If they do, then you have, a pre-aim, whatever, on them. But right here, the only reason he didn't die was because that guy's just not aware. Like, he got lucky that the other team was bad and was just blissfully unaware of his existence. If you're playing a team that has any sort of map knowledge and understands that you're in there, I mean, they're going to find you and kill you pretty instantly. Because, I mean, that's not a tough place to check. Like, it's just not. So, what we did, we understood that they were all grouped up on B, so we just, well, okay, we'll knock A out of the way. We'll get as many ticks here as we can. Just watch there's 4 ways into A. Vent and window being the 2 primary side entrances. Flank being the one that you can watch least, just because a lot of teams won't flank you all the way around. They'll try and hit vent or window first and then try and maybe hit flank. But as long as you have somebody watching their main lobby door, which if we have J-Dop in there, then that's sort of covered. Like, we don't, obviously nobody's going to sneak in around him. If he dies, he calls it out, and we know to watch there now. But if we have 3 people in there and J-Dop's in their lobby, well, then it's just watching vent, flank, window. There's no way they can even get into A to contest it now. But since he dies, we clean that out, and then he spawns back up to reinforce us at A. Like, just either tell us what's going on, or we've already capped. I'm sorry, we already capped A. That happened so quickly that it even. So now, yeah, now it's just about making progress towards B, and this team just doesn't have a good setup whatsoever. Like, they don't have anybody on the point, as you can tell. It's white inside of the control point. That means nobody from the enemy teams in there. They're all on steps coming off spawn, potentially vent, because I haven't seen anyone go vent, but it doesn't mean they couldn't be there right now. And in their spawn. That's it. So, I mean, yes. They're all coming from the stairs. Gets 2 of those kills, Sniper's instant kills, and we've cleaned it out. That right there was the one time I made a dumb play and I didn't check lobby. The only place they could have been after that. So yeah, I should have checked lobby, but even then, we have plenty of kills in our favor, streaks up in the air. I love what J-Dop's doing. I get on, that's my seeker mind, going through middle, because I only go through mid to get to B for the most part. There's just not a huge incentive to flood through the front. I mean, like, you can do it, but it's just incredibly difficult if they have a good setup with long range weapons. Because, like, he's running a SOG, I'm running a Maddox, which you can use a Maddox, but I mean, it's not going to always win against a ICR or some other super long range weapon on a head glitch. And that's sort of what you need to break it from the front. Like, you need people that are playing with those long range weapons, winning them. And as they get picks, you move forward incrementally. But the problem is, if any snag happens, you lose all your progress. Because they come off spawn, they hit those stairs, they're ready to reinforce behind Jet instantly. So if you don't break it fast, then you're just kind of screwed. You're just kind of left there sitting by the mid block, and you have to back up because you're by yourself, you don't have support, you're going to get killed, whatever. So always send people through middle. Look at this. Look how wide open it is. They never check it. Teams don't pay attention to the sides of the map that don't have the objective near it. But it makes no sense not to, because it's just an open lane. You're just asking for a heads-up team to make a play where you're not paying attention to. Like, the game is 3 lanes for a reason. Like, you have to pay attention to all 3 lanes. You might only have an objective in 1 lane, but it doesn't mean you can neglect the other parts of the map. Like, a good team will always take advantage of an opening on the map, and the fact that we can use mid-map as a ghost lane, as a lane that they're not checking anymore, it's laughable, because one of the most important parts of any map is the middle part of the map. Like, it should never be a wide open flank spot, but on this map, it constantly is. Like, right here, man, J-Dop really screwed me on this one. I was there fighting both of those. I don't know how he even survived that. But that was weird, because J-Dop just sort of stared at those people, was kind of late to react, didn't really make a play in a timely enough fashion. Like, if that was going to be his play, I would rather it just be keep pushing all the way through. Just keep pushing all the way through to their spawn, leave me to be in lobby, and I'll, hold it from the front. I'll go in that back deep corner and kill anyone that's coming through the doorway, and then eventually blow up the barbed wire. But you can't. Stagnancy is never a good play. Being indecisive is never a good play. Always be moving. Always be with an objective in your mind of what you want to do. There has to be something on the map that you're trying to accomplish to achieve a bigger goal. Like, for me to go through mid, the goal that I'm trying to accomplish is flank the guys on B. Shoot somebody on the side, make an opening for our guys to push up for the front. Get control of one of the access ways to B so they can't reinforce but from one area, and that's stairs. Which, if they're just trying to come through the stairs and we're sitting on Jet Heady, there's nothing they can do about it. But there has to be a mini objective in your mind that you're setting out to do to accomplish a larger goal. And if you don't have those, it leads to indecisiveness. It leads to plays where you're just sort of like, oh, I don't know what to do. Do I shoot? Do I throw the nade? I'm standing in this doorway now and I'm getting shot from the side. It's like you're left doing nothing productive on the map. And in turn, a teammate dies, you die, and now you're hoping that your teammates pushed up to B, and got control, which they did, but that's not always the case. I mean, J-Rock's going big and getting 2 pieces, but if they die and they don't get those kills, well, then you're just left in a weird spot. But see, now, okay, now our objective here, they're on B. Just make sure they only have one way to watch. If our guys on B only have to focus on stairs, then we're doing our job. I mean, we got lucky, and the spawn that it gave us was towards our kitchen, because we're right back in the action quicker than we could have expected. But realistically, our goal right now was what it should have been before we died. And it's just hold this area. There's only really 2 ways into B when a team's coming off spawn, and that's through lobby, right here where we're currently at, and through stairs. Stairs is a nightmare to try. If you've ever played this map and you're on defense and team has control of your B side, you can attest to this, how hard it is to flood up through those stairs when you got people in head glitches, people like around corners. Like, it's just not an easy task to break from the front of the stairs, especially with streaks. I mean, the streaks really seal the deal. And you can see J-Dop realized we were about to win, so he just went to do a nice little 360 on the point. And I mean, there was no way we were going to lose that game, but there are ways to play it smoother. Let's go back. Let's see it. Let's see it from. Let's do my POV first. Oh, I'm sorry. This is defense. This is first round. But here, we'll skip ahead, and now we're on my side of the attacking round, and you'll see, like, okay, my goal, we're going A, so go there as quickly as possible. J-Rock takes it right because he puts a trip wire down right there, but I shouldn't be the first one to this fight already. I mean, I win the gunfight, but say I lose right there, and they have a bunch more people inside of A that just try and hit it really fast. I mean, it's a potential problem. And I'm in vent. I just knew there was gonna be a guy vent, and catch him. Easy kill. Now it's about really just capping A. I'm thinking maybe one flood or trying to push to the back. I see his tripwire, and I'm like, okay, that should basically stop him from coming through the back. So we've captured A. We put a lot of our pressure onto A. I'm going vent again just to be annoying because this team likes to go vent, so I said screw it, why not go vent? And they had a guy lobby, so now it's basically another way to get to B without a lot of eyes on you. I just forgot to check lobby like an idiot. But now you'll see what I'm talking about. Me and J-Dop going through middle map. I'm still paying attention to it as if somebody could be here. But this team just doesn't care. Like, they're not playing it. They're not playing well enough. They're not thinking enough into it. I'm sitting there trying to blow up that trip mine or the tripwire, and just kind of left me in a bad spot. Again, that was one of those scenarios where J-Dop, if he had higher awareness in that situation, maybe we don't die, but we're right back in the action. Not a lot the enemy team can do. Like, they're just kind of screwed. The game's about to be over, and that's all she wrote. And it's that simple. I mean, it's really just about getting control of A, winning your mid gunfights, watching the 4 entryways into A. I like to send somebody through lobby just because you'll get some sneak kills, and then you can, once you get like 1 or 2 sneak kills, you can push back into your team on the A site. And then from there, I mean, you've opened up the whole, just everything to do with the map is now completely wide open, because once you have mid-map opened up on this, for whatever reason, a lot of teams just forget to hold it. And say you are playing a team that does like to hold it, then go through window side, go all the way around, make a long play. There's nothing wrong with making a long play if you have the time for it, because the game is set up in a way that kills matter just as much as the objective. Like, there's 2 ways to win this. It's kills and objective. And to get a footing on both, you want to have complete map control. Like, you want to play sneaky. You want to do whatever you can to make sure you're in a position to collapse on a team's setup. It's like search and destroy. When a team plants and search and destroy, it's not always the best play to just rush towards the bomb site. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like, oh, okay, well, I can go around here and get a pick because I expect the guy to be holding it from here. And, now their setup's falling apart. Like, whenever a linchpin of a setup falls apart, it's like a domino effect. If you can get one guy out of position, then another guy's out of position now because you're going to hit him from the side, and now your teammates from the front have a way to push up. And it's really just, it's simple, but it's complex. Like, that's the beauty of Control, is that it looks so simple because it is, but there are nuances to it that a lot of people do not take advantage of. And this team, unfortunately, they're not a good example, just because the talent on this team was non-existent. So it's not like we had a lot of a lot of things to worry about. But either way, these general ideas are what you want to take into a game of Control and Arsenal. Just play your lanes, don't give up on a lane, and don't be afraid to make a long play.